The woman at the gate. The rain had been falling for hours, soaking the cracked soil and beating softly against the tin roof of Daniel Grant's aging farmhouse. A gray mist clung to the hills, erasing the sky in a smudge of grief and memory. Daniel leaned on the porch railing, his coffee growing cold in his hands, as he stared across the fields his late wife once called their forever. Grief had a strange way of stretching time. It had been 2 years since Helen passed, yet her voice still lingered in the rooms, tucked in between folded blankets and the half-read books on the mantel. Daniel spoke little these days. The farm provided routine, and that was enough. Until that night, a sharp knock startled him from his haze. Not the door, something softer, irregular. He stepped off the porch, boots splashing through muddy puddles, and saw them. A woman stood just outside the gate, drenched and shivering, her arms wrapped tightly around 3 small children, triplets, no older than 4. They huddled close, eyes hollow, clothes clinging to skeletal frames. One of them coughed violently, the sound brittle against the wind. Daniel's instinct, buried under layers of sorrow, flared. "Are you all right?" he called, his voice hoarse from disuse. The woman didn't answer at first. Her lips trembled, but not from the cold alone. When she finally spoke, it came as a whisper. "We need a place, just for tonight. Please." Daniel hesitated. This wasn't the kind of place people stumbled upon by accident. And yet, the desperation in her posture, the fear in her eyes, it was undeniable. He opened the gate without another word. Inside, the farmhouse was simple but warm. Clara, he learned her name only after the children had eaten, refused to sit at the table until the kids had finished every crumb. She hovered over them with the intensity of someone who'd had to shield them from hunger too often. "I can sleep in the barn," she said, her voice quiet, eyes downcast. "We won't be any trouble." Daniel studied her. Dirt clung to her face, a faint bruise shadowed her left cheek, and her shoes were 2 sizes too big. One of the children, Eli, he thought, clutched her torn jacket like it was armor. "No one's sleeping in the barn tonight," he replied. "There's an extra room. Clean sheets. You'll use it." She didn't thank him. Instead, she looked away, as though gratitude required trust, and she couldn't afford that yet. Later, after the kids had fallen asleep, 1 on the couch, 2 in the guest bed, Daniel noticed a soaked backpack near the door. It had been left unzipped in the rush to warm the children. Inside was a single photo, a man in a military uniform, his arm wrapped around Clara. She was smiling in the picture, radiant and